So here we have a 1965 Mustang. So this car is just not a regular 1965. It also has a true all-wheel drive system, so 37-63 ratio and ABS brakes. And the all-wheel drive system was done by Ferguson. And if everyone knows that Ferguson did tractors and worked with Ford, and actually Ford bought patents from Ferguson, and I think it was a Fordson tractor was actually a Ferguson tractor built under license for Ford.
Really?
So Ford sent 2 Mustang over to Ferguson in England. One was blue and one was red. The blue one was converted through all-wheel drive and ABS brakes, and the red one just ABS brakes.
Okay.
And then they ran it, and it was very successful as far as the handling is concerned. The only issue is it was $500 more, and the Mustang were flying off the shelf.
Right.
So Ford did not see the need of doing all-wheel drive cars back then. Right. So, but if they would have had done it, they would have been, almost what? The next one is Audi 1981, right? The true all-wheel drive.
And I've got a great display here helping me see.
So you can see that the open was modified here. So this is the very first production car with a true all-wheel drive system and ABS brakes, 1965.
Do you happen to know how the ABS system worked?
Yeah, so it's a Dunlop Maserati system, and it acts like a little bit as a frog, but they use those on the airplanes.
Okay.
So the airplanes had those types of system already, and so Dunlop Maserati worked with Ferguson to make it work with it, and you can see it's in the middle. It's between the two gear. It's right here. It's vacuum driven.
Interesting. And somehow it shuttered the brake fluid to make it let go and brake again?
Yeah. So it's more like, so it's not like ABS today.
Right.
So when you use it, it's more like a frog, right?
Okay.
Because it's on off, on off, on off.
Yeah.
It was good, but it worked.
Right.
Yeah.
It kept it from just locking up.
That's right. Yes.
Wow, and it's still got the good old 289 in there.
And you can see here the plate right here. Those are all the patents from Ferguson about the all-wheel drives.
Yeah.
Patent that he had, so Ferguson then did that, and then he did 22 police car right next to it, Zephyr, so the British Ford.
Yep.
And they did 22 police car, and then after that they did 320 FF Interceptor.
Oh.
And that was it. And then it was Audi 1981 that really took all-wheel drive to the next level.
Right.
But it was a very similar system that Ferguson designed back in the days.
It's just I guess the difference is Audi decided to go back into it and invest in it.
Right.
And make it work.
Ferguson did not have. Ferguson actually passed away in the early 60s, the man himself.
Yep.
So then the company, and there wasn't, at that time still, there was too advanced, right? So there's certain things, and Audi did it for rally.
Oh yeah.
So, their first Audi Quattro was for the rally cars.
Right.
That's how they got into it. And then they decided whoa, this is, the next best thing, and decided to do Audi Quattro for the folks. Yeah.
Because all of a sudden people like being able to drive in the snow better and all the other things.
Exactly.
So
yeah, and a lot of inventions always starts on the racetrack, right? So
that's right. Okay, so if anybody sees this badge, they're probably following this car down the road.